Chelsea and Man U onto the pitch at Stamford Bridge, getting ready for the kickoff. Man United controlled it there, but Chelsea manager Gianluca Vialli would watch his club take control early. 27 seconds in, Dan Petrescu with the long ball to Gustavo Poyet. He heads it in, and Chelsea quickly up 1-0. Now to the 16th minute. Chelsea attacking again. Albert Ferrer with the diagonal cross. Chris Sutton providing the head there, and he scores it. It's 2-0. First league goal for Sutton, and the fans are going absolutely bonkers. We've got trouble here. Massimo Taibi clears it. Dennis Wise with the bad challenge on Nicky Butt. They both go down hard. Oh, Butt kicks back. We have a very angry Butt on the pitch. Tensions are high here. Butt gets a red card for kicking Wise. He was sent off. Butt kicked out of the match. You can see the tensions are still high. Both players were going for the ball. Butt retaliated, and that's why he got sent off. Wise gets the yellow. You can see it here, maybe a bit high, but both players going for the ball, and Nicky knows better. You can't retaliate right there in front of the referee. Now to the 55th minute. We head to second half action. Frank Leboeuf passes to Celestine Babayaro, who gets it back to Leboeuf. He shoots. Taibi saves it, but Gustavo Poyet there. Right place, right time. Poyet gets the rebound and the score. It's 3-0. 59th minute. Chelsea attacking again. Gianfranco Zola on the wing cross, and Henning Berg. Uh-oh. The OG. His second own goal of the season, and that made it 4-0. Berg trying to clear it, but deflects it right in past Taibi. Late in the match now. Graham Lasso on the left wing crosses to Jody Morris. The substitute gets on the score sheet. Right through the legs of Taibi. The ghost in goal. Morris adding insult to injury here. 5-0 Chelsea beating Manchester United. Our next match brings Mr. B. Robson face-to-face with Mr. B. Robson. We bring you to the Northeast Derby of Newcastle and Middlesbrough from St. James's Park. Tony Campbell has the call.
With 4 defeats in their last 5 league games, Middlesbrough knew a good start at St. James's Park would be vital to halt the slide. And they almost got the vital breakthrough with just a minute on the clock, and Brian Dean was in on goal. But when Gary Pallister was stretchered off with a neck injury after just 8 minutes, it certainly looked like it wasn't going to be Borough's day. And Newcastle, the form team with 14 goals in the last 3 Premiership matches, took control of the game from then on. Most of the threat came from the right-hand side, and it was from that flank that Bobby Robson's men made the breakthrough in the 18th minute. Warren Barton supplying the cross, which allowed who else but Alan Shearer to get in front of his marker for his 9th goal in just 4 games. Despite facing a late fitness test, Kieran Dyer showed no trace of the groin injury that kept him out of Newcastle's midweek game against CSKA Sofia. And Robert Lee also demonstrated why he's enjoying a new lease of life under Bobby Robson. Kevin Gallagher getting his first start after signing from Blackburn this week, settled in well on the right. It was Norberto Solano who provided the cross from that side for Shearer to make it 2-0 just before the break. Almost a carbon copy of his first. Andy Campbell came on to replace Juninho for Borough in the second half, and he had a good chance to cut the deficit early on. In on the Newcastle goal, only for Steve Harper to deny him. Christian Ziege came close too from a free kick for Brian Robson's side. But it was Newcastle who continued to dominate, and Shearer came close to another hat-trick after Barton had found more space on the right. But Borough continued to fight back. Curtis Fleming brought the best out of the Newcastle keeper with this effort. And Brian Dean managed to get a goal back for Borough in the dying minutes. But it was Bobby who won the battle of the Robsons. Newcastle on a roll with 16 goals in their last 4 games. But for Brian and Borough, a worrying time. 5 defeats in their last 6.
3 more games played on Sunday. We start things off at White Hart Lane, where Spurs met Leicester. Leicester on the attack here in the 25th minute. Emil Heskey into the box, brought down by Luke Young, and that's a penalty. Muzzy Izzet will take it and make it. 1-0, Leicester. Tottenham on the attack shortly thereafter. Oyvind Leonardson will shoot. Tim Flowers will save it, but Stefan Everson there to gather up the rebound and put it in. That made it 1-1. Spurs attacking again. David Ginola. The cross to Chris Armstrong. The rebound comes right to Everson. His eyes had to light up at that one. It was easy. Everson put it in, and it's 2-1. Leicester coming back with Steve Guppy crossing into Muzzy. Is it Muzz? That's number 2 for him, and that tied the score at 2-2. 76th minute now. Ball played into the box. Falls for Jerry Taggart. He shoots, he scores, and it's 3-2. Leicester getting the victory. Now we check in with Watford and Leeds United. The free kick into the box. Mark Williams scores his first goal. It's 1-0 Watford. 45th minute now, right before halftime. Michael Bridges, edge of the box. Shot out of a cannon. And Bridges scores, and it's 1-1. Now to the 70th minute. Harry Kewell dribbles, shoots with his left foot from about 30 yards out. Alec Chamberlain blinded by the light from that laser, and Leeds win 2-1. And now West Ham against Arsenal. In the 29th minute, Trevor Sinclair crosses for Paolo Di Canio, and he finishes. Paolo scores it, then celebrates by showing off his chest. Thank you. 72nd minute now, West Ham on the attack. Di Canio again. The ball is headed on to Paolo, and he's got it. And you know what's coming up? More skin from Di Canio. Another clothing optional goal, and it's 2-0. Arsenal. Davor Suker in the box, and he scores to cut the lead to 2-1. 84th minute. Patrick Vieira with a silly challenge here. He's seen red before, and he sees it again. Vieira sent off with the red card. 90th minute. Marc-Vivien Foé. A bad tackle on his part, and he also sees red. Sent off. But West Ham gets the win. 2-1, the final result.
Southampton versus Derby County on this special Monday night affair from the small yet intimidating Dell. We get underway. Dave Jones in some legal trouble, looking on, trying to get everything behind him, hoping his team could bring some joy into his life. Beginning, they would not. Esteban Fuertes with a cross. Look at this defending. There, Johnny on the spot. Rory Delap makes it 1-0 Derby County, just what the doctor ordered. This in minute 21. Esteban Fuertes with a cross. Scored a goal in his Derby County debut, but since then has done nothing. Rory Delap, the Irishman, poking it in. Right place, right time. Nothing more that can be said about that goal than that. Making it count. However, seconds later, minute 22 to be exact, Marian Pahars. Wow. The equalizer, and in grand fashion, ladies and gentlemen, the little Latvian. Look at this. Running to his left, cuts it to his right. Certainly one of the goal of the year candidates, I assure you. 1-1. Minute 35. Matthew Oakley. All by himself. 2 unanswered goals for Southampton. When you look at the replay, look at this dreadful defending from Derby. Horacio Carbonari right there. What are you doing? Matthew Oakley sneaks it in. Southampton still in the first half looking for some more goals. Marian Pahars just pokes it wide, and 2-1 would be our scoreline going into the locker room. In the second half, the cross, Matthew Oakley. Wide open, Stuart Ripley. Well, he's not renowned for scoring goals, but he got one there. Southampton clearly getting away with this one, up 3-1, but not so quick. Jakob Larsson cuts the 2-goal deficit to 1 with that tremendous free kick. And Derby County not out of it yet. Southampton dominating play from beginning in up to that, and all of a sudden Derby County just down a goal. This one to seal the deal, certainly, then just poked away. Charging up late. Great goalkeeping on the day for Derby County when it was needed most. Then a nasty collision between Mark Hughes and Darryl Powell. Darryl Powell, not a small man, gets up the elbow. For Mark Hughes, the Welshman, Wales famous for their rugby program. He probably became a soccer player to avoid rugby injuries, but that was like a rugby injury to me. It found you, my friend. Trainer gives him the once-over, and he'll be all right. He's a warrior. Certainly looks the part with that blood on his cheek. Finally, in minute 90, last chance for Derby County. The cross by Barboskis. Mickelbeck, the ex-Middlesbrough player, sending it in on the day that Southampton were the better team. It ends a 3-3 tie. Jim Smith, celebrate. You got a draw.